Alright, so back in 2022, Sneako rose to incredible popularity, grifting off of the Andrew Tate Red Pill Manosphere wave. He kind of became this great value Andrew Tate from Wish sort of figure, then got banned on YouTube, switched over to Rumble, and somewhere along this trajectory, he decided to go full Islam, leaning into this Muslim identity. Now, for a while, some people were not sure if it was a grift or an authentic change in the guy's personality, but I think along the lines, there were definitely some signs of this being a grift, and I think today we are almost 100% sure that not only was the entire thing a grift, but the grift is coming to an end, or at least, you know, a pause. I think a large part of why Sneako leaned into this so much to begin with was because he wanted an excuse to label things as degenerate or destructive to society, and maybe wanted some greater thing to reference when he did that, right? So instead of just being like, oh, LGBT stuff is weird, he wanted to be like, no, it's haram, like it's actually offensive to God and the world and stuff like that, which I think can make a lot of sense if you're a streamer and you want people to unanimously agree with you in everything you're saying at all times and send you money while you're doing it, which worked out for him. If we're being, I mean, like, it worked out. He's still, you know, somewhat popular on Rumble, and I know he has viewership, and to be fair, to maintain full self-awareness, I'm making this video knowing that people are still interested in this guy to some extent, right? So all that aside, I think recently he's shown that he's unhappy with some of the behavior displayed by his mostly now Muslim audience, right? Because when they call things that he does haram, that's where he gets bothered. He's like, guys, you know, give me a break. You know, don't be breathing down my neck and stuff like this. When I call people haram and I, you know, disgrace them for the actions that they've shown, it's okay and it's good content. But when you guys do it to me, please don't. Like, it's annoying. It's irritating. I'm just trying to do a show. And so you can see how that is making him reconsider his audience demographic. Recently, he made this speech or this monologue on his stream. Sneako crashes out on Muslim YouTube. I'm an American. I don't care if you don't want me to talk about politics. Stay whatever country you're in.
I gotta realize, if you're like a Muslim YouTube channel, you get no views just talking about God. You don't. You get views when you talk about me, when you talk about Adam Saleh, when you talk about things going on, drama, when you talk about Myron, fresh and fit. This is haram. This is haram. Why don't you just go read the Quran on stream then?
I mean, it's pretty interesting that he would say this to a lot of these people in the Muslim YouTube sphere, which I don't know much about, but I think it's pretty interesting that he would say that at the same time trying to maintain that part of his identity as a streamer, you know? It's like, I feel like you can't really get mad at Muslim YouTubers for talking about drama when you also talk about drama a lot of the time. Just a few months ago, this guy challenged Moist Critical to a debate redo, primarily because he knew that it would get views and that it would be, you know, drama content, which I don't have an issue with. I mean, I'm a drama channel, right? So I can't take issue with that in principle, but I think in this scenario, when you're gonna go crashing out on these other YouTubers who are Muslim and then also using your name for content instead of reading the Quran, it's like, well, okay, if you're both Muslim, then either you're both allowed to talk about drama or you're both supposed to be reading the Quran. Even his chat's fucking funny. W grifter.
Isn't it haram? Why are you bringing more eyes to haram things? I'm seeing these, brother, I'm American. I don't care. If you don't want me to like be involved in American politics, then stay in whatever country, and then you'll be fine. Don't pay attention to this stuff.
I suppose he's talking about drama here, bringing more eyes to drama, which is haram, I guess. But at the same time, I think it's crazy for Sneako to say this, again, you know, talking about these people using drama or whatever to get views, when in his eyes they should be talking about faith and stuff like that, when a lot of his show is haram, right? I mean, editor, put some clips in of recent Sneako content where he's being haram.
Oh, what the fuck? Did you see that high kick?
Now I take that $800,000 and I buy a house. If I went and I sold my Bitcoin, that's a taxable event. Instead of paying taxes, I gave it to you as collateral and I borrowed a debt. That is not taxable. What I'm trying to tell you is you want to avoid paying taxes legally on your Bitcoin.
I saw the streaming awards today and I didn't get nominated. I want to say a big fuck you to all the streaming people, because all these streamers, man, would you have gotten in the ring with the former UFC champion in state standing? No, you wouldn't have. I had stream of the year and you can suck my dick if you disagree.
I think if you contrast this to talking about drama, I think you can pick which one's worse.
Why are you bringing more eyes on this? Brother, shut up. Shut up. God first, but politically it has to be America first.
We will remove the jihadist sympathizers, Jew haters. We're going to remove the Jew haters who do nothing to help our country. They only want to destroy our country.
Are you kidding me? What do you want me to do? Renounce my citizenship? Because I believe in God? Are you stupid? Trump's not perfect. What the? He's a man. No one's perfect. It's just so stupid.
So here is my commitment to you on the solemn date. I will not allow the Jewish state to be threatened with destruction. I will not allow another Holocaust of the Jewish people. I will not allow a jihad to be waged on America or our allies.
What jihad wants?
Israel's right to win its war on terror, and it has to win it fast.
What jihad? What jihad?
It has to go.
What jihad in America?
Grift harder. That's all this is just people calling out your grifting, highlighting the grift that's taking place. You know, the massive double standards that you have for people that are doing the same sort of shit as you, and just flip-flopping whenever it's convenient. That's like definitionally what grifting is, right? And he can say that the reason people are making videos about him are to get clicks, which is like a second grade observation. Like, you're making videos to get views on YouTube. Huh, really interesting, Sneako. I never thought about it like that, but you're onto something. It's like he's trying to guilt people into wanting more views and stuff, which I know that he can't be actually serious about, or think that it's a bad thing because he does the same thing himself, except instead of using someone else's name to make a commentary video on them, he'll just social climb and try to get them on stream, like he did with Sean Strickland, right? Or let me get like Nick Fuentes on stream to do a collab with, so I can get his audience over. Or when he went on Jinxie's podcast, that was another grift. He wanted to say for a year that gaming is a waste of time, it's a waste of your life, but then the moment that a gaming streamer pops off, gets streamer of the year, or I think Jinxie got some award like that, he's gonna go on his podcast and talk his shit, which I don't think using other people and their, you know, being in proximity in some way, shape, or form to other people with clout in order to, you know, try to succeed yourself. I don't think that makes you a grifter or even like a clout chaser per se. But my point here is that the result or the intention is the same. Like, you want views, I want views. Mine is a commentary video, yours is a live stream. To say that you've reinvented the wheel by doing something maybe 50% more respectable than what I do is a little, I don't know, not true in my opinion. Like, everyone does this to some extent, and I'm not gonna sit here and say that mine is equal or even better, because obviously me making the fucking commentary video from my bedroom is the lowest effort shit ever, but the intention is the exact same. Like, whenever Kai Cenat has a guest on his stream or Sneako has a guest on his stream, it's always to boost viewership. Anyway, that was a few days before this clip that says Sneako announces his community is no longer Muslim only.
So Love Speech is no longer a Muslim only community. I'm hereby announcing it. It was for a bit, I gotta admit, but I don't want it to be Muslim only. And also I decided that's why I want to slow down on the Muslim content until Ramadan. And it is acknowledging that I'm going to be imperfect and there's going to be sitting in the streams. It is what it is. But when people are starting to nitpick when I play music, I was listening to Trap Queen in the car. You must jack me, let it hit the window. And you have people like, brother, why no Quran? Yeah, because I'm sinning. Because music's a sin and I'm listening to music. Did you think you got me? Did you think that I didn't know that? That you're telling me something new? I know. Genius, I know.
But at the same time, what did you expect? This is his own fans that almost canceled him when they saw him drinking a Coca-Cola because of this boycott thing.
I didn't have any water. I ordered some food and they just gave me a free, and I sipped it. Like, grown man, isn't it haram to screenshot a grown man drinking? Fuck is wrong with you?
He wanted to hone in on these people's intolerance for certain behaviors because it would benefit him in terms of like reaction streaming when he's scrolling through Discord, and it would be a meme of like a trans person and all his chat would be like LLL, haram, 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 no me gusta, get this off the screen, my eyes, where's the bleach? And then he could just like scream like, ooh! And then that's the funny clip, that's the Instagram reel. But I feel like you've waived your right to be unhappy with their behavior of showing that same exact intolerance to you when it's like, you know, specifically in the holy book. And I think the best thing that he can do is try to condition these people to be more tolerant of his fuck-ups or fuck-ups, I guess. I don't know if you consider singing Trap Queen to be a fuck-up. I don't think it is. Or drinking Coke to be a fuck-up. I don't think it is. But the problem I think he's gonna run into is like, well then, are these people gonna learn to accept a lot of your mistakes, or are they just gonna leave? You know? Are they just gonna dip? I don't really know the answer to that question. It's his audience. He probably has a better read on that than I do. But yeah, that's sort of what's happening with this grifter here. I don't know if he's gonna leave Islam entirely for the content because he doesn't like the audience capture. Like, he wants to be able to do more IRL streaming, or, you know, at the very least play fucking Trap Queen. Who knows? But I think this is a lesson to be learned in audience capture, probably. I want to get to a point where I think my audience will be able to healthily disagree with certain things that I do instead of maybe what, you know, Sneako's fans are doing here, which is just crashing out on him. I want to be able to say something that would piss everyone off and they're still like, all right, well, I'm gonna stay here. Like, I voted for Kamala Harris. I didn't, but let's just say I did. I know a lot of people would be upset by that, but if you are, how about being upset, leaving a dislike, But you don't unsubscribe, all right? Because you know that I'm in it for the long run, and I want you here for it. My brothers and sisters, my guys, gals, and non-binary pals. I don't really know if there's much else to say on this topic. I think probably the people or the communities with the worst audience capture are like political communities, because it's like you kind of have to be one side or the other. Obviously, with certain exceptions, like there are people I think that are either like center or politically, what's the word, like ambiguous or I don't know. But they can kind of like have their own independent views and not get fucked by their audience, which would be cool. I'd like that. That'd be great if I could have that. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of it for this video. Bit of a shorter one or longer one. I don't know how long it's going to come out to be. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed, leave a like. If you didn't, leave a dislike. See you guys all later. Peace.